Welcome to At the Table with Chef Judy, the podcast where we believe that every meal has a story and every story has a seat at the table. I'm your host, Chef Judy, and today we embark on a culinary journey through the heartwarming realm of cherished memories and delectable dishes. Today's guest is a Columbia-based media specialist, Sierra Artemus. She'll be preparing one of her favorite dishes, French toast. Could you share the story behind this dish?
Oh yes, Chef Judy. First, thank you so much for having me and welcoming me and having us in your home. You have such a very beautiful home, and I'm so excited to be able to share with you something that I've made with my mom. This isn't something that we make in my family. Excuse me. Jesus. This isn't something that we make in my entire family, but this is something that I've made with my mom in particular. And I just remember watching her make it. But as I've gotten older, I've explored a little bit more. It's a little bit away from the typical French toast that we would have made. So like I call it, I just kick it up a notch. And so I'm excited to share this with you today.
Well, I'm so glad you're on the podcast, first of all, because, I know you used to work at a local TV station, and I used to come often and be on y'all TV station. You was just so welcome and warm. And then I used to watch you as you used to cook all them dishes on WAS also. So I want to thank you for joining us. And back, we go way back.
Oh, yes. I was going to say, we got to start from the back. We got to start from the beginning.
That's right. So my daughter is a wax artist, and so are you, and makeup artist too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So your daughter Tara used to do my hair, and we worked at Urban Nirvana so many years ago. I trained her in waxing when I got there, and me and her, we formed such a beautiful friendship, and our babies are the same age. I know she's away in Jacksonville. Hey, girl. But yeah, and learning more about you, and then as time went on, us crossing paths professionally. So again, it's a pleasure to be here, and I mean, like, we go way back, not beyond working in TV.
Well, I got to tell you this right here, and I don't know if she ever told you, but you're the one to help her be a professional wax artist, first of all, and also she's a speed waxer.
Yes.
So she's won numerous awards and everything, and I want to thank you for that.
Oh, absolutely.
Taking the time up with her when she was young and, learning the field.
Yeah.
But today we are going to be looking forward to this dish.
Okay.
And we're so excited. And we want to thank our live artists for joining us. But thank you again for coming.
Oh, for sure, for sure. So let me tell you what I do to kick my French toast up a notch. So typically we do milk, eggs, for your mixture that you need to coat your bread in. So I do the powdered sugar. That's something I do. Sometimes I will do whipped cream, but sometimes it gets too sweet, especially if you have little ones, they'd be all over the place. Make this, you can make this because you got grands that you can just send back away when they're hyper. Today we're going to be using evaporated milk, but typically I use a heavy whipping cream. Like I said, I like to zhuzh it up, make it a little fancy. But today we're going to use the evaporated milk. We have some syrup. We have some vanilla extract. We have the powdered sugar, cinnamon sugar. I have 2 eggs. I typically only use 1, but if you make a few and the bread starts to soak it up, then I'll maybe add another one and just create another mixture. We have some fresh berries. We've washed them. We have strawberries, and we also have blueberries. We have butter. I typically use olive oil, but butter is fine.
I have olive oil if you need.
Yes. Hey, listen, this butter is fine. Okay. Butter is best. I'm okay with butter. And we also have bacon, which you have prepared ahead of time for us today. And my secret ingredient is the bread that I use. Now, the French pronounce it brioche. I pronounce it brioche because that's
Me too.
I am from Columbia, South Carolina, born and raised. This is brioche, and I'm not talking about the pin that you put on the ladies and the mothers in the church. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and start with a little bit of milk.
Well, I tell you, this is a staple, and it's a very delicious staple, and you can do it so many ways, but I like the idea that you're using the brioche bread. And I didn't know they pronounce it. How do you pronounce it?
Brioche.
Brioche.
I found that out today.
Study in France. I would love to go culinary study.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, I found that out today. Okay. And then, we cinnamonize the water. And here's a fun fact. Before I put egg in, when I was a kid, I used to drink this. Because I need to make sure it tastes good. And it kind of reminds me of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And ironically, it's French toast. So I'll put a little more cinnamon sugar. Oh my God. And I'm actually going to give this a stir before we add those eggs in there. I want to make sure that the cinnamon to milk ratio, because sometimes you will get those clumps of cinnamon in there. Any of y'all remember that cinnamon challenge?
Oh, which one was it?
That was a horrible idea, wasn't it? It was. So the cinnamon challenge. Once upon a many moons ago, people thought it would be a great idea if they took plain cinnamon, not cinnamon sugar, put it on a spoon, and just put it in their mouth. Many people choked. Many people got close to seeing Jesus. It was a mess, and it should have never happened. And those videos still exist today for you and your pleasure if you are.
Well, look at those.
Look at them.
Okay.
Look it up, but don't do it. Don't be tempted, okay?
It's powdery. You know,
It's really powdery, and that's the problem. People would consume it, and even when they cough, it would be like a dust, like a little gust of a cinnamon flower cloud. It's just a mess. But we're not going to do that. We're not encouraging you to do that here on this show today.
Right.
So we got that together. We're gonna get our egg, crack it. Now my secret to cracking the egg is I crack it in a circle so that we don't get the shells in our eggs.
I told you she was a natural, guys. She really knows what she's doing.
Listen,
I've been watching you, okay?
I've been cooking for a very long time. You know, I think it's very funny that people feel like I'm gonna say a later millennial.
Right.
A lot of people think, oh, you cook? Baby, I've been making biscuits from scratch since I was 4 and I have picture evidence.
Well, we're looking forward to Mr. Dr. Thaddeus Jones coming and making his biscuits.
Oh, yeah. Oh, listen, I'm ready for some biscuits too. Big my back. That's what I like. All right, so we're whisking that. And I like to kind of get it to like this, where everything is the same consistency. And I like to use like a flat plate or like a wide bowl because I don't want to oversaturate the bread. I want to just get it enough that I have control and I'm not, like I said, I don't want it to be a soggy piece. So what we're gonna do, gonna take our bread, dip it, coat both sides.
And that brioche itself is very rich and buttery too.
Now, yes, for sure. So what I'm gonna do until we get our hot plate, I'm just gonna stick that there because we have limited space right here, but we're gonna do some TV magic and show you that. So I like to actually coat it again on both sides, just because sometimes some of that flavor can be lost in that. So we have that.
Okay.
And typically you want to start with your not egg first. So I should have cut my strawberries and my blueberries, but you can always do that at the end when you're garnishing and decorating. So we are going to take a second and we're going to show you some TV magic. We're going to have our hot plate with us.
Okay, got it. I think I can fit it in here. Let's see.
This is where I wanted to cut my strawberries.
Right.
Remember Patti LaBelle did that show with Tyra? I'm touching the cupcake. I'm not touching the... I'm touching the paper, sweetie.
That's gonna work. But...
Nope, it's fine. So what we'll do is I will move this back to the side.
You want to switch sides?
Okay. We can move that in the front. I'm gonna slide this back. I'm gonna just slide all my ingredients back.
Okay.
And move them here. And we can have it the way you had it the first time.
Let me put it at here.
In the front.
Okay. This is one of my favorite tools, the skillet.
I like this. I like the portable skillet.
Because I travel a lot, so I take this with me.
I love that. So I'm gonna have to cut the strawberries on this cutting board right here. Okay. So and
I don't mind getting olive oil if you need olive oil.
Okay, let's do olive oil. Let's do olive oil. The reason I like olive oil is because olive oil, you don't have to wait for it to melt down. It's just already...
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm learning so much from you, I tell you. That's what it's about, learning, man.
We're learning.
Yeah, I'm a lifetime learner.
And this is... And I'm going to just sit this in here early so I can see when it starts.
So when y'all used to have French toast with your mother, she showed you how to do it, or?
I'm one of those people where, and even to this day, like I can watch someone do something once and then I kind of pick it up. And I'm envisioning when I first thought, okay, I'm gonna make French toast, I thought about me being like 4 or 5 years old, barely being able to look over a counter, and my mom standing right where you are, and I'm just watching her because, when you're a kid, you're impatient. And it's like, yeah, I know you have all these steps and, you're trying to make this thing, but can you like speed it along? Like there are bellies that are very empty and very hungry. But I would watch my mom pour the milk, pour the cinnamon, pour the sugar, put the eggs. She never used vanilla extract. That's something that I added because I wanted to like turn it up a notch. Right. When I think about French toast, I think, especially the way we made it, it was very simple. It reminds me of Chopped. You familiar with the show?
Yes.
Any of you watch Chopped? It's basically like if you got bread, if you got eggs, if you got milk, if you got cinnamon sugar in your cabinet, baby, we're gonna make it do what it do.
And that's what we did with the milk.
And we
didn't have the milk.
And that's why I was like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's dairy. It came from a cow, right? It is what it is. Right. And I've tried it with I've tried it with oat milk before. I've tried it with almond milk before. But it's something about the richness that you get. From the heavy whipping cream, which in particular, which is why I like that one. But evaporated milk, you whip it up and it becomes whipping cream. But it's something about that just makes it extra fluffy, and it makes it feel more elegant. So when I would make this for people, it's just like, I got me a little salt and sugar, I got me some fresh ingredients, and it just elevates the dish. And like I said, sometimes I add whipped cream, but then sometimes it can be a little heavy. So today I decided let's opt out of the whipped cream. We will be using some syrup. Sometimes you can use jelly or preserves is what I'll use. So like strawberry preserve, peach preserve, apricot. You can use that in substitution of syrup, because sometimes for some people syrup might be way more sweeter than they want. But obviously you can use less sweet syrup, which is also an option. So let's see, our pan is getting hot. This, I typically like to put it immediately in there.
Oh yeah, that sells them.
Yeah, but I always like to make sure that my oil and the pan is hot, the oil is hot. One thing I also thought about making is homemade fries. That is something that we do in my family. We
have to come back and make that.
We have to come back and make that. We soak our potatoes. We chop them up, cut them up, soak them, dry them really good. Put some onions. Throw it in, and I mean, I love our home fries. Like
that sounds
we fight over those things. But I really struggled when I thought about what I was going to make today, because I'm like, there are a lot of things that I feel like, oh man, I can make this, because my people are from the Low Country.
Like
a nice little, get you a nice little toast on it. Not burnt. Now, one thing I love about bread, you can never go wrong.
Right.
If you burn it, you can always scrape off. Come on, that's a word right there.
I'm telling you, I just scraped
Scrape that off, okay?
Right. So it's a blessing to really have you on. And this French toast, I'm already ready to eat it hot like that with some bacon. I'm already ready for that already. But I want to talk a little bit about you. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing and where you've been and what you've been up to and what you'd like us to know about, how we can follow you.
Okay. So a little bit about me. So obviously we met in television when I was working at WIS. I've worked at several news stations in town. I'm currently working at the SCDVA, working in the communications as a multimedia specialist. So I'm still telling stories, just not in the same capacity. And I really love just how personal and how more personable it is, because it's smaller, more intimate. But you know what else I really love? When you're a storyteller, it doesn't matter where you tell your stories, right? We're telling stories right now. I'm telling you the story of my family, how we make dishes together, the memories that I have with my mom, and I'm looking forward to learning more about the memories that other people have with their family members as well. We're gonna do our next piece. But I'm also working at SCETV. So there's a show there, it's quarterly. It's called Palmetto Perspectives.
Okay.
And what we do, and I forgot to put my cinnamon on there. See, that's what happens when you cook when you're on, let's say you're cooking and you're on the phone.
We got it. Okay, yes, okay.
But Palmetto Perspectives, we have different topics that we cover every quarter. And the one that we just came off of was, we were talking about Black maternal health. And I had so many complications during my pregnancy with my son. And when you go through things, you're just like, oh my gosh, why am I going through this? But now I see why, so that I can share the story, so that I can encourage other people. And the topics vary. So that was the first one. But it's quarterly, so it's not like day to day like I'm used to. So I'm still able to do the live. But this was different though. I've never done a show in front of a live audience, with an exception of today, in front of a live audience. And ironically, like, I wasn't nervous at all. I think I had built up this this experience, and I was able to jump into it. No nerves. I was really shocked. I'm like, when the nerves gonna kick in? Normally they kick in at some point. Them nerves said, not today. And I'm like, that's okay. And I'm not mad at that.
That's right. When I used to come on your show, I used to be kind of nervous a little bit, but I said being authentic and just speaking your voice. That's what I've got over all that nervousness.
And I always talk to you, and I always tell you, my biggest thing is, and like you mentioned earlier, Tara, if you can talk to anybody to be not nervous for a Brazilian wax, you can talk anybody being comfortable in anything. And I feel like if I can talk you down, because we used to be in a plaza and there's like wineries and they're like, let me go get wine, let me go get ibuprofen. I'm like, girl, don't even worry about it, because this not gonna look. Waxing may endure a night, but joy come in the morning. Whatever the Bible said. So I usually want this a little bit crispier. And what I do sometimes, if it's not necessarily there, I put it in the oven.
Gotcha.
Let it dry up a little more.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
So I'm gonna whisk this just a little bit. My goal is to make 4 slices for us today, so that we can share it. Right. So where's that oil? Let me get a little bit of oil in that pan. It's right here. So we did opt into using olive oil, and I was telling Chef Judy the reason why I like using olive oil is because when you're using milk, which I really love. I mean, not milk. When you're using butter. it takes a minute for that butter to kind of cook down, but butter has such a rich flavor too. So you can do whatever your preference is. But for me, I just, and my secret to crispy edges on anything is oil. I mean, it's olive oil. I like to have, it's almost like when I make my pancakes, I want it to be like a funnel cake. I want that little crispy edge, this little ring, that halo.
Yeah,
that halo.
Crispy edge, that's the prize that you get, you know? Same thing with cake. You know, we're gonna have on doing the cake, and I like the crispy edges.
Yes. You know what I also wanted to bring today? There's so many things I think of, and when you're thinking of what to make, like, oh my gosh, my brain is like, come on, what am I making?
Yes.
My family is from Utahville, South Carolina, on my mom's side, so that's in the country. Shout out to Orangeburg County.
Okay.
My family makes what we call a jelly cake. Anybody know what a jelly cake is?
I've never heard
And
of
I got my great aunt, she made me a jelly cake. Me and my cousin, she made us our own, baby. Do you think I shared? No, I did not.
Now, jelly cakes, that sounds different.
Jelly cake, so back in the day,
Okay.
people couldn't they didn't have access to icing. They used preserves or they used jelly. My favorite, apple butter jelly. It's pound cake, but every little small layer of pound cake is like in between.
Oh my goodness.
Jelly is in between
That
each
sounds
one.
good,
Oh my
And
God.
when you said jelly cake, I didn't think that was the concept. That sounds amazing.
Oh, and it's pound cake, so it's real, you know? And the other thing that really helps me, I'm just gonna turn this up a notch, y'all, if it's extremely hot. Same thing with anything that you're frying or fries. If the hotter the pan is, the easier it is for you're gonna get that crisp.
I love it.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. We're gonna cut up our strawberries in just a second, and then we're gonna
It looks delicious to me. I'm
Oh girl, I can eat it right now. I intentionally didn't eat because I just knew.
Using this bread though. I really like using this bread.
And you know what else I love about this bread? It kind of makes it taste like funnel cake. Like, I don't know why. I like the fair. That's why I go so that I can dig my back. And it just has like this. It's sweeter. It's almost like honey bun-ish.
Yes.
So the brioche.
Yes, brioche. And evidently it's got a lot of butter in it. It kind of reminds me of a croissant.
It's so good. And it smells so good. Like you could just eat it by itself. I smelled this one, y'all, so I'm gonna eat this one. I remember because they did like
that. Nose, y'all.
I didn't touch my nose. Like it's just and here's the other thing. I don't just go get bread out of the bread aisle. I go to the bakery, okay? And that's where, and you see what I'm saying? You see how we elevated it? Elevated it. Because see, when I used to make this, we had powdered milk. I didn't want to go there.
Yeah, we can go there because we love that vintage stuff.
Yeah, vintage. Not by choice.
Podcast about bringing those memories back, keeping those memories alive, keeping those dishes alive that our ancestors have worked so hard to create.
Right.
You know?
And moving it forward, because I want my sons, my experience may have been one thing, but my son, who is 6 now, I want him to experience, this is where he starts. So I can't wait to see where he takes this dish.
That's it. Oh my God, I love that. And that was the inspiration of starting the podcast. I went to my podcast to Kevin, give a shout out to Kevin. And I said, Kevin, I wanted to write a cookbook, but I don't want to write the cookbook about all my recipes, all that I know. I wanted to be about the community. And I said, Kevin, I really want to do a podcast. Well, let's do it, Chef Judy. And so we probably had about 40 to 50 guests now.
I love that. Congratulations.
So anytime you guys want to come back and make it, I would love to have you.
Absolutely. So this is what I mean by having that thing crispy. You see that?
I love
see that?
That is crispy.
This camera here, that camera there, you over here. Look at that. That toasted look on there.
That's right. So it's have something to do with the heat on the skillet.
Yep, the skillet. I mean, it has to be not too hot to where it burns, but hot enough. All right, guys, we are on our last one. And once we finish it, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna plate it up.
Okay.
Now, I'll tell you a secret.
Okay.
I used to make this dish when you're dating people and you want to show them your skills. Don't pull out the Alfredo and the spaghetti. Make some French toast because it makes them think she knows something.
Yeah.
You know something. You know what you do.
It's a crisping up. You hear?
And then sometimes you adjust the heat as needed.
Right.
But you let it simmer for a little bit. And I didn't give you a time. The spirit and the ancestors will let you know it's enough.
It's enough.
It's enough. Right. And like I said, if you don't trust it, if you feel like, I don't like that texture, because some people don't like that soggy texture, turn the oven on, 350, 400, pop it in there on some aluminum foil so you don't have to wash the pan. I'm just trifling.
Yeah.
But
And that's what I noticed about people. They either visually, that's why I'm so visually challenged. Everything got to look pretty. You know, we have
presentable.
It's called charcuterie board. We want everything to look beautiful. And some people, by texture, and then some people just by touch. So
I'm a texture.
Food is a different thing. It's just it's a universal thing. But people like it a certain way.
Right. And I'm like I said, I'm the same way. I like mine just a little less soggy.
Okay.
But it's okay because, like I said, it has this honey bun taste to it, which is why. And I don't even know where I came up with the idea to start using this bread, but I think it was when I started wanting to use more of the fresh bakery breads versus.
I like that idea.
And there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with the bread aisle. I'm telling you.
Well, I discovered something. one of my catering jobs, we did a brioche. We did burger sliders.
Oh, nice.
And it was brioche bread.
Yes.
It's delicious. It's
Done
so
that.
soft and moist, and it just elevated just a burger, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I can't get used to the pretzel bread.
Me neither.
That is so hard and tough. And
it's
you
not.
guys like that? That pretzel, I just cannot get it.
It's not for everybody. But you know, there's some places that I've seen they've done it right. But for me, in my house, no. All right, so I'm gonna put that on there. We got different ethnicities of French toast there.
It looks so good. It smells so good. The cinnamon sugar is amazing.
So I'm gonna move this to the side, and I'm gonna cut us up some strawberries. Not too much. But here's the thing: when it comes to presentation, and we can move.
Yeah, move that. I'll move that for you.
Perfect timing.
That's all right. Help me there. This thing is hot. Ooh.
And I can make one more. I just want to move that out the way. All right. Reset. Ready? We rolling? Okay. All right. So I'm going to put the pretty one on the top because that's what we do. And I'm the same way as you. So I'm really big on presentation.
Yes.
So we're going to cover up some of these imperfections. I like to kind of stagger it a little bit. What I'm going to do is also I like to clean my plate a little bit. Look, we can grab that napkin for me just for presentation purposes. And I'm going to move this because that had egg on it. So I'm just going to wipe the plate. I actually like to use a glass dish for mine. This is a really nice plate too. I don't know, something about seeing the transparency.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So there's a few ways you can cut the strawberries. I'm very particular. I'm gonna go ahead and put some bacon on here. And this is some good bacon, girl.
My husband buys very nice bacon. He buys it he buys thick cut bacon.
Nice.
What kind is it, honey?
It's really good.
Yeah.
Good job.
I put it in the air fryer.
In the air fryer.
This morning,
I put mine in the oven, not the microwave. I put it in the oven. Put it on 400. Forget about it.
And that's how I normally cook it on, because we cook big amounts.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I got to cook Sierra some bacon, so let me put it in the air fryer.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you getting the ball rolling. So here for me, I like to cut my strawberries like in triangles because it elevates it.
Yes. I love your elevation style. You know, that's one of my taglines. Let us elevate you. It's really nice.
Everybody
was a natural cook. Now, when I saw, I said, she know what she's doing up there, y'all. And you was into it, especially y'all have guests to come on that did different kind of little dishes.
And sometimes I like to do a little flour.
That look good. That is impressive to a date, isn't it?
Listen, the best part of waking up.
All right, that's it.
Okay.
Are you doing anything in the community right now, Sierra?
So I typically do a lot of events in October for domestic violence awareness. I also, anytime there's people that are in need, we just came out of a winter storm. Anytime that people need things, I help different agencies and different organizations to kind of help get the word out, donate. And I'm a boots on the ground girl.
Yes.
Shout out to Ada.
Yeah.
I like
you do public speaking or something?
Yes, I do. So I actually do a lot of emceeing as well. So there's 3 things. So I do SCDVA as a media coordinator. I'm a host at Palmetto Perspectives at SCETV. I'm the digital announcer for Bible Way Church of Atlas Road. Shout out to Pastor Daryl Jackson, Senior.
Love it. Thank you.
Love in my first lady, Miss Willie Mae Jackson.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just throw a bunch of strawberries on there because I love me some strawberries.
Good, I'm telling you.
And some berries. You can just sprinkle the berries on here. And the thing I love is color. There's the green, there's the red, because sometimes, the bacon and the French toast can have the same color. And then that's when we want to.
Can I tell you something?
I'm listening. Yes, ma'am.
That look amazing.
Oh, girl, I'm ready. I was like, we got to share this.
That looks so
Sometimes
good.
you know what? You ever seen Princess and the Frog?
No.
When she spun that little thing on that little lace Susan did a little. Let me tell you. Listen. It just brings it takes it there.
Good.
And so you can do.
Yeah, we'll do the syrup when they get ready to taste it.
And you know what else? You know what else I've done?
What?
Cream cheese. Drizzle cream cheese on there.
Cheese?
Yes, girl. Anything you want to elevate. Treat yourself.
I love it. I like that. She done taught us some guys. That cream cheese, that sounds amazing.
Listen, so I'm gonna hold off on putting the syrup on there. You can also go back on there if you want to add some more cinnamon sugar because
so good.
You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. And I mean,
wait to taste it, guys.
And this is it, guys.
Look at that.
My French
Amazing.
toast.
Beautiful.
You gotta snap to this. This is an elevated dish. Okay.
I love it. We love your vibe.
Thank you
we
so
love
much.
Your personality, and we love this dish, and we can't wait to see her at the table.
Oh, ready for it.
Welcome back. We're sitting with Sierra. Before we try your dish, what does food and family mean to you?
Oh man, Chef Judy, food and family. When I think of food, I think what better way to enjoy food than in the company of people that love you, your family, tradition. And the older I get, I realize that our time with our loved ones is limited, and that's young and old. And to be able to share a delicious meal, because what food does for me is it creates like a trigger. Right. So like I think of my grandmother who's been going 22 years now, and there's something I can taste that someone may make and it will just instantly remind me of her. And so when I think of good food, and it gotta be good food, okay?
Right.
When I think of food,
I'm with you on that. Me and her agree on that thing.
Now, sometimes you can have some bad memories, and it's still memories. That's but you know, when I think of family and I think of food, I think of tradition. I think of just being in great company and just creating lasting memories. So that's what comes to mind.
Well, I love that, and I really piggyback on what you're saying, and that was the whole idea of At the Table with Chef Judy, was to bring our community together, family together, friends together. And they don't have to be a seasoned chef. We have chefs that came up here. We've had people that just have this love for dishes and stories behind it. And I just want to thank you for being a guest.
I thank you.
And I'm going to try this dish, y'all. So let me let you know how it tastes, okay?
She got the good piece.
She put a lot of love into it. I will tell you that, okay?
She got the best piece too, the pretty one.
Best piece, the crisp one.
Yes, the crisp one for sure.
I learned that from her, to have the crispy one, y'all.
It's elevated. Yes. Remember that. It's elevated French toast.
And I do encourage maple syrup. Do you have a particular syrup, maple or regular, or what?
Like I told you, it's going to be syrup or it's going to be cream cheese icing. And cream cheese icing is actually been one of the go-tos for me. Warm it up in the microwave a couple seconds and just drizzle it on there.
Yes, that sounds amazing.
It's very rich, very sweet.
That is very good. And you know, with using that particular milk, it worked too.
It did.
That is delicious, because milk is milk. Just have different kind of fats in it, and whether they loose or whether they light. You did an amazing job.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you for joining us again.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Please feel free to come back.
Listen, I'll come back and I'll just sit in the back and eat the food.
And be a guest or whatever. We'd love to have you anytime.